The man was running toward his destination but suddenly stopped. He almost forgot that rich people were never allowed to run. Running would reveal his secret of sudden wealth. In this future world, money no longer existed. People traded with time instead. Just 3 days ago, this man had worked in an electronics factory, tightening screws like a machine. The time he earned was only enough to survive until the next day. Even worse, the company often withheld overtime pay. He dared not complain. Losing his job meant losing his life. One night in a bar, he met a wealthy man who had 100 years of time on his clock. But the rich man flaunted his wealth too openly and soon attracted robbers. When the gang arrived, everyone in the bar fled. The man warned the rich man to hide, but he ignored it. When surrounded, the rich man simply said he needed to use the bathroom. No one expected the man to act bravely. He fought the robbers and escaped with the rich man. They ran through the streets, chased by armed men. Several times almost caught, but they kept running. Finally, they hid in an abandoned building and escaped. The rich man smiled mysteriously. The man asked why he had been so careless. The rich man did not answer. Instead, he asked, "If you had as much time as I do, what would you do?" The man looked at his own timer and said he would not waste even a single minute. The rich man fell silent. The next morning, the man woke up and found that his time balance had increased by 100 years. The rich man was gone. He rushed to the window and saw him sitting on the edge of a bridge, quietly waiting for his clock to reach 0. When the countdown ended, his heart stopped and he fell into the river. The man had no time to grieve. Soon he learned that his mother was in danger. He waited at the bus stop with flowers in his hand, but she never arrived. The bus fare had risen from 1 hour to 2. After paying her house loan, she only had 1.5 hours left. She begged the driver to let her ride, but the company followed strict rules. The passengers ignored her pleas. She had to get off and ran toward the bank for a loan, but the bank was already closed. Desperate, she decided to run home on foot. At the same time, the man sprinted toward her with all his strength. They finally saw each other, but she had only 10 seconds left. They ran toward each other. He stretched out his hand to save her, but he was 1 second too late. In one moment, he had everything, and in the next, he lost the person he loved most. Grief and anger filled his heart. He swore to challenge the unfair system and take everything back from the rich. Do you think a world where time replaces money could ever be fair?